Hi gamers, and today I'm here with another pickup video, and as usual I've got a nice mix of games and accessories and other crap to show you. Starting off with with none games I suppose. Let's see what we've got. Got a Sega Master System control stick. That was only about a £5. It's a weird control stick because obviously the control the stick itself is on the right hand side and the buttons on the left, so it's completely opposite to how traditional joysticks are like, really. So it's for left-handed people. It's bizarre. Anyway, I think that's only about £5. Got a strategy guide for a USA release, Chrono Cross. I do have a copy of this on order from the States. It is an NTSC PlayStation game, so, but that's alright. I've got a NTSC PlayStation 2, move it over a bit, so I can play it easily. It's not a problem. Also, I've got to show you. Nothing special. Just a brand new, even though the box is a little bit beaten up, but it's all brand new. Wii balance board, Wii charger. I haven't used my Wii balance board. Not for exercise anyway, obviously, but I have picked one up cheap because you can get them cheap, can't you? And some games, you know, they're quite useful for, which I'll show you in a bit. Well, might as well do it now. An example would be Skate It, skateboarding game whereby you can use a Wii balance board, but there's quite a few others out there, so it is an accessory or peripheral, I suppose, that is, you know, linked to a number of games. While I'm on a Wii, well, that Skate It was only about a couple of quid, and this was also a couple of quid from the same cash converters. Formula 1 2009. It's quite a nice little set. It's very neat. With steering wheel thing, it's there as well. It's not bad for 2 quid, is it? Okay, other accessories. A Gamecube link cable to a Game Boy Advance. This was only about £1 in the car boot, which is a good deal because if you look on Amazon or elsewhere, most people charge about £10 to £15 for those, so nice to have. Okay, I was watching another YouTube video on I think it was Retro Dave, so it was the, you know, and he was sent a couple of these little mini classic Game & Watches, and you can get them from Lidl. So I thought, well, there's Lidl for me, it's a few miles away, so I drive up there and I was hoping to pick up a few, but obviously by now they're sort of sold out. But they did have one sort of hidden away over toys and stuff, and that was Donkey Kong Jr. Now I do have this attached to my bag from many years ago. I bought it probably about 7 or 8 years ago. So these ones are a re-release that came out in 2014, I believe. But these have been out before, so that's probably why you are seeing them in a few cheap supermarkets and things. Got a few toys. Minecraft, a zombie. That wasn't a lot of money. I think that's about £5 or £6. My daughter's getting into Minecraft, and you know, the toys as well, which are normally quite expensive. But I thought I might as well pick the old zombie. It's like a zombie Steve type character, isn't it? So I thought I might as well pick that up. I've got an Meebo. I did actually sell a few of my Meebos, my rarest ones. Well, ones that I didn't really have any, I don't know, any liking to in terms of characterization. It was like the Villager, Wii Fit Instructor, and there was 2 Fire Emblem ones I sold as well. That was Martha and Ike. The reason why I sold those 2 is that as you know, another 2 characters came out recently, and you can't get them. You just can't get them in the shops, and most places, Amazon, want to charge you, or work out about £40 each. And I wasn't prepared to pay 80 quid for 2 Amiibos, especially Fire Emblem ones. So I thought, sod it, I'll get rid of them. I looked at my local CEX. I was getting quite a good trading value for them. I know I could have got a little bit more on eBay, but you know, sometimes it's just problematic, and these figures are loose, they're not in boxes or anything. So so for those 4 figures, I think I got about £64 worth of trading value, which isn't bad for a loose figure, I think, more loose figures. And I'll show you what I got with that in a minute. But before I do, There was one Amiibo figure which I did want. Again, it sold out before you had a chance to actually see them in the shops. There's one which I do want, and so I hunted high and low, and I managed to get one for £26 including shipping on eBay, which is over double the retail, but it's still not as mad as some of them go for. So, but it's it is NES from the Earthbound, and I did want this one to have in the collection, which I'll keep all boxed and complete. I heard rumours that Nintendo might be re-releasing some of the older figures, so and so if that does happen, then the retail value of a lot of games will go. A lot of figures will go down. The value of figures will obviously go down, and so there's earlier ones like Wii Fit Instructor and Villager. I thought, well, if they do get re-released, then the second-hand value of those will plummet a bit. So I thought I'll get rid of them now while I still can get a fair bit of trading for them, which I've done. Okay. Okay. In cash converters, I've picked up. It's the first time I saw it actually in a cash converters, really, but I know they do exist. It's like a little retro 16-bit gaming handheld. At least from China, cheap as chips really. I think you can buy these for about £20. This was £5.99 in cash converters, all complete with a little cartridge and everything. And I thought, well, that's like the cost of a McDonald's meal, isn't it? So I thought for £6 I'll give it a go. And the screen on it's quite good actually. The sound's mono and it's pretty tinny, and that's nothing to write home about. But there are on it about, I don't know, probably about 150 games on the console and a little cartridge that comes with it. So, and they are quite good games, like Gunstar Heroes and Battletoads and all sorts of things. So for £6, I thought that wasn't bad really. So I think and I'll definitely recommend it if you see one cheap. Pick it up. A little bit of fun. Okay, this is what I got with my trading value at CEX. So it was £64 trading value. I have to pay another £10 extra. So this console cost me £10 in total. And basically, it was new. Some sort of trader sold it as CEX, and so they couldn't sell it as new because they don't CEX usually consoles. They have to open up and test them. So, but it's like new condition with Nintendo style card. Had never been used. And I've been wanting to pick up one of these for a while, just to go with my Game Boy handheld collection. And that is a Nintendo 2DS, the Ruby one, that comes with Pokemon Omega Ruby installed on the console. Unfortunately it's not like a separate cartridge. I would have preferred that, but Nintendo stopped doing that now, don't they? It's a really nice little handheld, this. Obviously it's only 2DS, but it's part of the novelty and charm to go in the collection really. So to have this for, well, essentially, it cost me £10 out of my pocket, but obviously I had some trading, so it would have been about like £74, which for this is pretty good actually, because second-hand value of this, some of the people are saying for over £100 and knew it was about £120, so it's keeping its value, this little handheld. So I'm quite happy to have that. Okay, that's all the known games, so let's move on to some of the games. Got this for about £4 from the car boot. The Lion King Mega Drive game, all boxing complete. That's always, all my games are boxing complete just about. This game isn't complete because it's another one of my repo carts, and this will probably be the last one I'll be getting actually. I think I've got all the ones I want, so I'll probably do some video at some point in the future on my repo carts. And this one is Little Samson on the NES. Now I don't need to say much to people about Little Samson. Obviously it's one of the rarest NES games out there, but what's good about Little Samson is it's actually a good game. A nice little platformer. I think a lot of people turn their nose up it because when they see Little Samson they think of Samson Delight, and so I think it's some sort of one of those Bible games, but it's not by any means. It's a nice little adventure game. And this repo cart I got was about I think it's about £36 including shipping, this particular one, and the box was about another £6, so you know, for about 42 quid I thought I'm happy to have that in the collection, and you know, it is a good game. Okay, moving on to, so this is still sticking with some of the old games, hey? Okay. Right, sorry about that, just getting a bundle. Okay, PS1 games, nothing remarkable, all cheap, about £1 or £2. Sabrina Teenage Witch, a lot of people would have seen this in the shops and turned their nose up it. It's, the artwork and graphics aren't too bad on the back, so I haven't had a chance to play it, but I thought, well, it might be okay. So anyway, Inspector Gadget, Crazy Maze, some sort of puzzle type game I think it is. Yeah, this is Inspector Gadget. This one, it's got mixed reviews. Again, it's one of the ones that budget titles that you think will turn your nose up a bit. I got it for 50p, so I thought why not. Creatures raised in space. I don't know if I get a chance to play it. This one's again, I think it's got quite okay reviews. This has Formula 1 World Grand Prix on the PS1. This one hasn't got good reviews. It's part of a series of games that are not very good, I suppose, but still it's part of gaming history, and it's Bubsy 3D. Apparently the mechanics on this and the cameras and everything on that game are pretty dire. Okay, I got a couple of Dreamcast games, which again I picked up dirt cheap really. I think I got 3 of them or 4 of them, and 2 of them I just wanted for the cases, so they were in my little spare case box. But these ones are ones that I'll be keeping to go in the collection, and I think I got all 4 games for £2, which is, you know, again, is, you know, pretty good for a Dreamcast really. And that was at a car boot. So Metropolis Street Racer and Super Magnetic Neo, some sort of kind of platform game I think. It's a 3D type platform game. Again, the reviews on those are pretty okay. Got a couple of Gamecube games. Sonic Adventure Director's Cut DX. It's not one I see often. It's about £10 in CX at. It's not a bad price. This one I picked up. It's about £15. Unfortunately, it's missing the memory card, but it has the manual, and that's often difficult to find this complete with both manual and memory card. But I managed to pick up a memory card on eBay for well, what it was, I'll tell you the truth, I got this for 15 quid for the manual. I've seen another copy which I picked up on eBay for 18 quid including shipping that has a memory card, the proper one, the memory card 59, but no manual. So when that comes, I'll take the memory card out, build a perfect copy out of the 2, and trade the other one in at CX, and then hopefully it would have cost me not too much to get that memory card. Actually, it probably would have cost me about 8 quid or something to get that memory card, which for a Gamecube memory card is not bad anyway, but for a special Pokemon Colosseum memory card, that's not bad to, you know, to complete that set. Okay, while we're still on old games, just one Xbox game to show you today, Ultra Buster Move. It's quite it's interesting sprites on this, and yeah, I'm quite looking forward to play that Buster Move game. It's quite an interesting, good one. Not one that you come across that often. And I think I'm pretty sure it's exclusive to the Xbox, that one. Okay, any other old games? Okay, these are kind of old, I suppose. Okay, with DSi, I showed you I picked up a DSi. I think it was my last pickup for years, possibly. Or the one before, I can't remember now. In the UK there was 2 exclusive DSi games. There was one, a hair and fashion type game, which I will pick up if I see it cheap, but I'm not. But it goes for between £8 and £10 on Amazon, so I'm not going to bother paying that for it. But if I see it in the wild, I'll probably pick it up just to go in the collection. But there was one that's a bit more interesting, and it's face training. You manipulate your own face, and it somehow sort of helps strengthen and relax you and stuff. So it's totally pointless, really. But what's unique about these in the UK is that on the side of the box, it's got that little DSi type little logo on the top. So to spot these, it shouldn't be too difficult. These games, these special DSi only games. So this was all new and sealed, and I think it was only about £5 including shipping. So I thought, yeah, I have that in a collection. It's unusual. Okay, a few PSP games. Frogger Helmet Chaos. It's actually got good reviews, which is surprising for a Frogger game. This has got good reviews as well. Dave Mirror BMX Challenge. Again, these PSP games were either £1 or £2. Formula 1 2006. And another Buster Move game. This one is pretty good as well. Buster Move Ghost. That's based within ghostly themes. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, let's pick up some more of Nintendo games. Okay, I got this new from eBay. New and sealed. Kid Icarus Uprising. All complete, obviously, because it's new. Comes with a little stand. That was about £18, which is a good price for that. Cars 2, it looks like a nice racing game for the 3DS. I'm a sucker for a Disney game, so that's why I tend to pick them up. I've been wanting this for a while. Paper Mario sticker set. I got this from a car boot for, well, actually I got two of these games. That and Lego Movie Video game. I got them both for £15 on the car boot, all complete, so I thought that's a pretty good price actually. I mean, Paper Mario sticker star, I think game went over £25 or something for that game on its own. This game I got for about £2. It's a Madden game, Madden Football, but it's on the 3DS. So for £2, I thought, yeah, have that. Okay. Excuse me. Picked up a Wii U game, which I've been wanting for a while. It's about £15 from the Cash Converters. Lego City Undercover. This game's been out for a while, but it's still keeping its money. So £15, that's not a bad price for that. Okay. Sega Superstar Tennis. I have picked this up on the PS2 recently. I think I've also got it on the Wii. Probably Xbox 360 as well. I don't need to keep my Xbox 360 because I've got one of these beige versions. Let's say that again. Excuse me. Obviously, the best quality we're playing this will be on the most powerful consoles, which is Xbox 360 and PS3, as opposed to a Wii or a PS2. So I only need a PS3 copy really, but as I've already got the Xbox 360, and those are not worth much, I'll probably be holding on to both of those. I got it on Xbox 360 a while ago, before I think it got later released on a PS3, so that's why I had it. Because I tend to go for PS3 games more than anything else really, unless they're exclusive, exclusive on the system. Not to say I don't like Xbox 360. I think it's a great console, but I still prefer PS3 overall. Okay, Asura's Wrath, another Capcom game. This was about £6. And for the same money, Yakuza 4. Again, even though this is an old game, it still keeps its money really, this one. So £6 not bad. Alright, I've got a couple of Vita games. And they range from being unremarkable to being quite remarkable. So first of all, the unremarkable one, FIFA Football. £4 Cash Converters. I'm not a huge football fan. And I thought, well, I think it's the only football game that's released on the PS Vita, so pick it up for a collection. Like this game, it got published and released I think about a year ago on the PS4. It's pretty rare and expensive on the PS4. You probably pay about £100 for this. It's a game that was released exclusively on mail order. You couldn't get it in the shops. It sold out pretty quickly. Now the same people who bought this game out have recently, in the past month, bought it out on the PS Vita. And just per chance, I was just looking up for this game on the PS4, and I thought, oh, I read about it being on PS Vita. And the same day I looked at it on the PS Vita, it was the same day it actually got released by the same publisher. So I had a chance of ordering it from the publisher in the States for a retail price. There was only saying 2 per customer. I wasn't being greedy, I wasn't going to scalp it, so I didn't get 2, I only got 1 copy just to give other people a chance of getting a copy. And this game is, you know, it's probably my rarest game on the PS Vita, and it's actually a good game. I've already got it installed on my Vita, so I won't be opening this one up, it will be just for a collection. And that is Retro City Rampage DX. So I think this was about, I think it was probably about between £26 and £30 including shipping from the States. So yeah, it's a bit of a rarity, that one. Even though you can easily get a game out of the formats, but to get it on a physical copy is not easy. Okay, what should I do now? Alright, let's do some of the Xbox 360s. Okay, this is only a couple of quid. It's an online game only. Final Fantasy XI Online. This is the one that has quite 3 other expansion packs. This one, it's a good game, obviously. It's one which I've a bit of a big fan of, so I tend to get it in all formats, whether it's, you know, limited editions and standard formats. And that's part of the Halo series, and that's Halo 4, so this is just like the bulk standard one. Again, that was about £2.50 on the card boot, so I thought, yeah. Right, this game, I picked it up because I do ideally want to get this on PS3, but this was on the steel box, and it's an Xbox 360 game. It was only £1.50 in CX, so why it's so cheap. The box is, you know, it's minty. It's all complete, Alone in the Dark, with Steelbook edition. So, yeah, I thought, yeah, that would be nice in my Xbox 360 collection. Okay, again, I only got this particular game because it's exclusive on the system. I don't think I'm going out my way to play it. I have to get a microphone if I do, and so I'll probably try to pick one up on the car boot one day. And that is Lips. A sort of whoops. That's where it belongs. It's a SingStar rip-off by Xbox, or Microsoft I should say. And then this game also got released on, I believe, on Xbox One. I haven't got an Xbox One, but I wanted to have a 360 copy. It's a World of Tanks Deluxe Edition. Again, you've got to have an Xbox Gold membership to play this sort of game. Nice to have in the collection. It was about, I think it's about 8 or 9 quid. It's not bad for that. Okay, I actually have picked up an Xbox One game. I've probably got about 3 of them. I think I've got Halo Master Chief Collection and what's it called? Oh, something Instinct. Not Basic Instinct. Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. It's something Instinct. You know, it's a fighter. You know what I mean. It's a fighter game. That's the only that came out on Xbox One. Killer Instinct, that's it. Got that, but also wanted this one, and it's a Day 1 edition. So it was a bit pricey. I paid about £17 for it, but I thought, yeah, to get the Day 1 edition, I thought I'd like to have that, and that is Dead Rising 3. Capcom did a deal with Microsoft to make this game exclusive to the Xbox One. I guess when the details of that, the legal details of that deal are over, it may get ported eventually to a PlayStation. Let's hope so. But I don't own an Xbox One. But I probably will do if they bring out a special limited edition for Halo 5 when it eventually gets released. So that's what part of the reason why I'm holding off from getting one. You know, I think if you've got a PS4, unless you want to play Full Sail or something, or one of the Xbox One exclusives, I don't think there's much of a need to get one really. It's more of an argument or debate to get a PS4, which probably explain when you look about on Facebook and elsewhere and on eBay, is that it's a hell of a lot of Xbox Ones for sale, second-hand ones, and most people are saying for sale or trade or swap with a PS4. So I think in terms of the console wars and so forth, I think PlayStation have pretty won this one. But who knows? I think Nintendo's still planning to release a console at some point. It may be a killer one, a bit like a Wii. Who knows? I will put money on it. Okay. Talking of PS4, in the background I've got one PS4 title showing, and I was not doing too much. If I place X, let's see what happens. Okay, this game is the modern take on the Giana Sisters, which was I showed a DS copy of that game. I think it may have been my last pickup video. I've got it now on PS4, and it's Giana Sisters Twisted Dreams Director's Cut. It's quite a pretty little game actually, and I've got this for, I did pay a few, I've got this for about £22 in CEX. In game I still want about £24 for it, and the reason why I picked it up, I think, was it's not that one that you see that often in a shop, so I guess if I was patient I might have been able to pick it up for a bit cheaper, but I don't know, I think it's just it's probably a rarer game really. It's not doing much, is it? You've got to be a person expert to do something. Okay. Are you loading up or doing something? Let's see what happens. Okay. Here you go, you get an idea of the graphics. Left to right. So it's a three-dimensional type platformer game. It is spectacular. It's really a pretty game. The colour palette and everything, it's beautiful actually. I think I'll definitely have to play it soon. Okay. Got distracted, didn't I? Okay, more PS4 games. Okay, I had a few vouchers in Tesco's, so I picked this up. Retail from Tesco's was 14 quid. After my vouchers was about a tenner. And that was Wolfenstein The Old Blood. That's sort of a prequel to Wolfenstein New Order. All new and sealed. This game, £15 from CEX, Bound by Flame. It's been on my list for PS4 games, so it's good to have that in the collection. And last but not least, I've got some PS2 games. Let's just see what we got. Okay, there's one or two gems in this. The rest of it is just the usual PS4 games, which you think. So, Le Mans 24 Hours. This has got good reviews actually for a racing game. Again, a lot of these PS2 games I paid anything from 50p to £1 on most of them. Some were a little bit more. Some I got from CEX, so they would be a bit more. But yeah, USA Racer. Again, it's been published or developed by is it Davos? Look out for that title. They do bring out some good games, believe it or not. It's a very small publisher or developer, but they do have some good games. Okay, part of my Worms collection, Worms 4. What's to say about Worms? This was one of the last Medal of Honor games which I didn't have actually in my collection. And that's Medal of Honor Vanguard. This is only 50p, but I needed it to complete my Medal of Honor collection. Remarkable Super Buster Move. For people in America, this is what it looked like in the UK. And I think whoever did that must have been on something, don't you think? It's like a fat baby blowing a bubble with some sort of trippy type sunglasses on. What earth that's got to do with Buster Move, who knows. Okay, again that's about think that was about 25p, that one. Okay, this one, I didn't know it actually came out. I got Virtua Fighter 4 on the PS2, but there was one called Virtua Fighter Evolution, which I didn't know actually existed until I came across it in CX. I did pay a bit more for that, it was about £4, but again, that's not too expensive. This one looks like an unusual racing game. It's Super Trucks. Super Trucks. I'm just thinking if that's a tongue twister or not Super Trucks, you keep saying it fast enough. I don't try. Okay, Super Trucks. Who knows what I might come up with. Okay, this one, this was literally 25p, and I've seen this before and you know, passed it, and I thought, oh, I might as well now have it in the collection. I wouldn't pay £2 for this or £1. 25p is a most at a push, and it's one that I'm never going to play because I haven't got the peripherals that come with it, and that is a Game Track game. Yeah, it's one of those crappy ones. Dark Wind. So this is tends to be a type of a fighting type game. If you use the accessories, you know, I guess it's like a physical version of a Wii, I suppose. I haven't read the reviews to see if anyone's actually played the bloody thing and what they think of it. It's probably pretty terrible, but for 25p it's a bit different. Okay, this one looks a bit more different. This looks like a Micro Machines game, but it's not Micro Machines, it's mini desktop racing. And you drive some Mini Coopers in a sort of miniaturized world. The reviews are okay. The reviews are okay. I haven't had a chance to play it. This game was one of the first role-playing games that came out on the PS2 apparently, and it's probably not rare, but I would say it's uncommon. It's the first time I ever saw it, and that was in CX yesterday, and they only wanted £1.50 for it. And so I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. I tend to, you know, pick up the more obscure PS2 games, you know, especially with the RPGs. And this is Evergrace. The artwork on a Japanese copy is much better than this one, I might add, but yeah, reviews are pretty good on that, actually, surprisingly. This is a motocross game, Motocross Rider. Again, the reviews on this are pretty good as well, and that was only about £1. I'll leave the best game for last as well. Okay, this is another Disney game. Power Meter Robinsons. I've never actually seen the movie, so I don't know if it's worth watching or not. I think I've seen a trailer and it's a bit weird, a bit unusual storyline. Okay, this game, I bought it with one of the PSP games. I think I did from this little independent little PC shop, and I just, you know, bundled them together because they wanted about £4 for a PSP game, and I got asked them to chuck this one in it for free, and they did. And I didn't know if it worth anything or not. It's one of those buzz games, so you think they probably aren't worth anything, so that's why I put it together. But it's one which I don't see that often, and it's Buzz Ace Races. Now, it's a type of a kiddies racing game whereby you use the Buzz controllers, but it got released in high numbers, so it's not super rare like my other game which I showed on that video, that Notorious Wacky Zoo GP. Not that rare, but for Buzz games it is one of the rarer ones. And if you try to buy a second-hand copy of this on Amazon, you're looking between 10 and 15 quid, believe it or not, for that. Yeah, so to get that for free, I thought that's okay. Alright, last two games. This is a game that I paid about £5 for. It keeps its value. It's not super common. It's not rare, but it's not super common either. And it's one of the better games. It's Justice League Heroes. I've seen copies of this before, but they're always missing the manual. So nice to get one finally with a copy, and that's like I said, a £5 from CX. This game, this was I sort of sport myself on this one. I didn't get it super cheap or anything. I got it for about £25, which for a PS2 game you think, bloody hell, how much? Well, this one does go for, you know, above that a bit. Not a huge amount, but it does go above it. And so, I've got the first one in the series. There is a third one, I believe, as well. And but I wanted to get this one. It's all complete with 2 discs and manual. And that is Shadow Heart's Covenant. Obviously it's like an RPG type game. The graphics don't look that amazing, to be perfectly honest, not on what they're showing in the pictures, but I haven't played it, so I can't say really. But it is, you know, a game that keeps its value, and so 25 quid is not bad. That's on the lower end of the scale of prices you pay for it. Obviously, if I see one cheaper than that in the wild, I'll pick it up to resell to get, you know, recoup my costs for that. But I sort of see it because you don't often see it, so I thought, oh, sort it, I'll get it. Okay guys, that's all my pickups for today. I hope you liked that, and by all means, you know, thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, please don't do thumbs down. We can if you want to, it's your choice, it's a democracy after all, a world of sort of sorts, but I seem to have some person that does a thumbs down straight away at the beginning of every one of my videos, and for a few people have been saying this on some of the videos and stuff. There seems to be like some sort of serial negative feedback stalkers on a lot of people's channels, even though hardly anyone ever watches the channels. They're small channels and still lots of people do thumbs down on them all the time really, so I'm not sure what's all that about really. I think if you don't like the channel, just turn off, don't watch, don't subscribe, you know. I mean, I've got a few subscribers, but I think everyone, you know, most people like what I put on, so that's good, even if you like it. But if you don't like it, just, well, go away. Why are you watching me? Ah! So I'll probably get a dozen thumbs down now. Ah! Anyway, don't feed the trolls, they say, don't they? So anyway, to all those people who are, you know, decent and got a life and you know, appreciate and support the channel, thumbs up to you guys. Take care now. Bye.